Hey, want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
The following is a presentation of the TSSAA Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Murphy Center, everybody, as we get set for Game 2 of the Class AAA Semifinals. And it features a pair of undefeateds. Clarksville, the Lady Wildcats, at 37-0 on the season. They take on Science Hill, the Lady Hilltoppers, at 37-0 as well. And the winner will take on Murfreesboro Riverdale in the state championship game tomorrow. That game will be played at 4 o'clock here at the Murphy Center. Both teams win their quarterfinal games. For Science Hill, they squeaked by Lawrence County. 47-46 was the final score. Lawrence County had a chance to win it at the end, but the shot was off the mark. And Science Hill advances. They improved to 37-0. They had won their previous 4 contests by an average margin of 31 points. And, of course, they just squeaked by Lawrence County 47-46 in the quarterfinals. For Clarksville, the Lady Wildcats, they knocked off in the quarterfinals Memphis Central 64-48. Memphis Central, the defending state champion in Class AAA. This game will be started off a little interesting as Clarksville left their white jerseys back in Clarksville. They packed the wrong jersey. They packed their black jerseys. So because they are the home team, they will be assessed a technical foul to start this game. And so Clarksville will be assessed a technical foul to start the game. And shooting it will be Science Hill. So no tip to start the game. It'll be 2 technical free throws. And boy, I tell you what, you got to pack both jerseys, Russell.
Yeah, that's true. Bad time to make that type of mistake in the state tournament, Chris. As you said, both teams coming in, and someone will start out to get an early lead before we tip this one off.
Yeah, 2 teams that are 37-0 on the season, as one team will go home with their first loss of the year. We'll take our first break, a 2-minute network timeout. Come back for more from the Murphy Center after this timeout on the TSSAA Radio Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact. Because you can see forever from Signal Mountain. And with the right vision plan, you can see a whole lot more. Because 5 kids in Jackson means 40 bicuspids at the dentist. Because of a mobile site that helps you find a doctor. Because of small towns, big businesses, and partnering together for affordable solutions in health and wellness. Every policy tells a story. You carry us because we carry you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Health, wellness, dental, vision.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Well, somebody put the pedal to the metal coming from Clarksville to Murfreesboro, because now the 5 starters for Clarksville have gone in and put on white jerseys. Now here comes some more. If you're watching online, you can probably see out of the left corner of your screen half the team in white, half in black, and they're now everybody who's in black now is headed back to the locker room to change. So Clarksville, since whoever that was maybe had a police escort from Clarksville here with those white uniforms, it at least will save them 2 points.
I've seen wrong uniforms during the regular season, Chris, no doubt, and you probably are the same way. This is a first for me in the state tournament.
Yeah, that's funny. They had first of all, they had the 5 starters go get changed. Now everybody else went back to the locker room and has gotten changed, and the last bunch is in the locker room currently, getting changed out of their black jerseys into the white as we get set for this state semifinal. A pair of undefeateds, 37-0 Science Hill, doing battle against 37-0 Clarksville High School. And both teams with an outstanding season. Both teams were also rated in the top 50 national poll coming into this contest. Clarksville number 6 in the ESPN Hoop Girls Fab 50. Science Hill is number 17. So this is a very impressive field in Class AAA, as in the last game, Memphis Overton was number 47, Riverdale number 5 in the nation.
Yeah, 5 D1 signees for Clarksville, led by Miss Graves, that's going to go play for Coach Summit up at Knoxville at the University of Tennessee. I had a chance to watch him tonight, Chris. I know we're very impressed with this AAA format that we've seen. She is legit. They're fun to watch. And someone's going to taste their first defeat of the year, and it's going to be unfortunate for them because they will not get a chance to play in the state title game tomorrow.
MVP is whoever was driving that car from Clarksville
no doubt
to the Murphy Center. We'll take the timeout. When we come back, we will take a look at the starting lineups in the opening tap from here at the Murphy Center. Clarksville taking on Science Hill. Back in 2 minutes on the TSSAA Radio Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, Or we'll choose one for you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Jumping it up against Gabby Lyon for Science Hill. Science Hill in the burgundy. Clarksville, thanks to the baseball coach from Clarksville High, they're wearing the whites. Winning the tip is Clarksville High. This is Tiasha Gray with the basketball. Gray gives left side to Nicholson. Nicholson hands off for Cooper to the corner with a bounce. Outside, Cooper gets it back now, starts to dribble in, backs it back outside. This is Ward off the screen, top of the key to the free throw line. Back outside it goes. A reset again with Tiasha Gray. 64-48, they beat the defending state champions, Memphis Central. Here's a pull-up jumper on the way. It's good by Bashara Graves. The 6'2 senior post player averaging 21 and 12 per game. 2-0 is your score. Clarksville by a deuce. Left side, dribbling in. This is Knack. Looks down low, bounce pass underneath the Lion. Up shot good.
Nice dribble drive there from Science Hill to set that up. That was Knack on the attack.
Across the timeline comes Clarksville. Left side, Tia Nicholson. Out front, top of the key. Deep three on the way off the side of the rim. It wouldn't fall. Rebound picked up by Science Hill. In a tie game, 2-2. Driving in the lane. Layup is up and no good. And going to the free throw line will be Clarksville.
It's Tarter on the layup attempt.
So Tarter at the charity stripe here for Science Hill. Tiana Tarter, the 5'6 sophomore guard. Free throw no good. Interestingly enough, for Science Hill, they have no seniors in their starting lineup. 3 juniors and a pair of sophomores. Free throw on the way is no good. Missed them both. Tarter, a 70% foul shooter, 0 for 2 there. 6:39 to play in the first quarter. 2-2 is your score. Graves out top of the key, dribbles in, backs it back outside. With the dribble, this is Tiasha Gray. Gray over to Graves. A 6'2" University of Tennessee Lady Vol signee. Out front, Ward. She's heading to Mississippi State. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Now out front, back to Cooper. Cooper. Chest pass comes near side, back outside to Tiasha Gray between the circles. Resets. 2 minutes into this first quarter, was to tied at 2. Cooper off a screen, free throw line jumper, in and out and then back in. And so Chandler Cooper, she's heading to play for the Florida Lady Gators.
Wow.
3 SEC signees on this team. Out front, this is Tarter. Starts to dribble, dribbles towards the free throw line, backs it back outside now. Left side, Cooper almost took it away from her, almost fouled as well. As she looks for help, finds Angelica Reed. Reed Picks up the dribble, looks for help, into the corner, right side, 3 on the way. Off front iron, though good by 24 Neck. Rebound picked up by Clarksville in a hurry. Cooper, pull up 3 on the way. Yes!
Man, she can play. Wow.
Cooper knocks down the triple. The Florida signee with a nice stroke there from the right wing. In the corner, this is Copney. Copney out front to Charter, the point guard. Almost 3 minutes into this first quarter. Drives in. Good stutter step. Layup off the backboard and in. And it's 7-4 now, a 3-point lead. 7-4 is your score. 3 minutes in here to this first quarter. 7-4 is your score. Right side, baseline. Graves, long 2 on the way. Yes. 9-4. Tell you what, I can see what the big deal is about her just 3 minutes into this ball game. She can play. This is Copney, left arc. Dribbles free throw line, spin move, fadeaway jumper. Wow, that was impressive as well. Copney with a fadeaway shot. It's 10-6 now. 4-point lead for the number 6 team in the nation, Clarksville. Into front court with it. This is Gray. Gray hands off to Nicholson. Nicholson now low post to Gray. Spins in the lane. Underneath, tried to dump it off. Stepped on the baseline, though. And turns it back over to Science Hill. They haven't reset the stat monitors from the last game. But that is, I believe, the first turnover on Clarksville. 9-6, or rather, well, according to the scoreboard, it says 9-6 Clarksville. It read 10-6 just a second ago, Russ. Skip pass, left baseline. 3 on the way by Copney. Front iron, wouldn't fall. Rebound picked up by Clarksville. Clarksville into front court. With it is Jesse Ward, the Mississippi State signee. Hands to Gray. Gray starts the offense. Left side to Ward. Ward pull-up jumper on the way. Off the backboard and in.
Nice touch there by Ward, giving Clarksville what they're showing now, an 11-6 lead.
Scoreboard says 11-6. They had to change it. 3.5 to play first quarter. In the corner, Copney hesitates, drives in, travel. That move was a little too good to be true for shy Copney. Gregory checking in, so is Smith for Science Hill.
Some get away with that, but they play a couple of levels up, wouldn't you say?
I think so. That's the old Euro step.
Euro. I like that.
An NBA step. Clarksville with the ball. Tiasha Gray walks it down with the dribble. Dribbles towards the right side. Picks it up right there out front. Top of the key. On 2 on the way. It's good from the top of the circle by Chandler Cooper. 13-6.
A very smooth performer, Chris. That's Cooper, and she's off to a great start for Clarksville. She has 7.
Works around that screen very, very nicely. Bounce pass out front. This is Tiana Tarter for Science Hill. Science Hill down by 7, 13-6. Both these teams undefeated. Gregory drives the baseline. Floater on the way, too strong. Rebound picked up by Clarksville down the floor. Here comes Cooper. Cooper out front, back to Gray. They'll reset things. Bounce pass over to Graves now. Hesitates, tries, spins out front. Back to Ward. Ward pull up from the free throw line. No good. Tapped out. Stays with Clarksville. 2:24 to play in this first quarter. 13-6 is your score. Clarksville by 7.
Chris Sierra Rosar, a junior guard, checks in for Clarksville.
Driving in, layup, no good by Tiasha Gray. She had a lane, just didn't finish. Here's Copney in a hurry, drives in, reverse layup, no good. And here's Clarksville coming away with it.
She'll get some style points for that attempt, but that's it.
Hanging in the air, she tried for the reverse. Across the line, this is Gray. Gray dribbles right side, going to call a set play here. Gray, chest pass comes to Roser. Roser now, this is Ward. Dribbles top of the key, bounce pass to Graves. Just inside the three-point arc, drives in, lost the handle, gets it back, skip pass far side on a bounce. Goes out to Gray. Gray drives in, pulls it back out into the corner. And they'll bring it back near center circle, and we'll try things once again. Bounce pass goes to Graves, free throw line extended. Drives the baseline, scoops, can't score, but she's fouled and heads to the free throw line. Bashara Graves. 74% foul shooter. 21 and 12 she averages. Well, they're going to say it's on the floor. So she'll inbound. This is Graves who gets it back on the baseline. Outside to Ward. Ward dribbles in, almost had it stripped away. Cooper for three. Back iron, wouldn't fall. Here comes Copney on the offensive with numbers. Here's Science Hill driving the lane. Charter scoops, can't score. Rebound put back is good by Shy Copney, though.
Copney runs the floor very well, Chris. She pulls her team to within 5 as Clarksville will walk it up with a minute left here in our first quarter of play.
13-8 indeed is your score. Ray into front court, guarded by Tiana Charter. Lob to Graves. Graves now out beyond the three-point arc, top of the key. Starts to dribble in, steps back, dribbles back in, had it knocked away and stolen, but picked up the carom by the Lady Cats. Left side three by Ward off the mark. Rebound picked up by Science Hill, down by 5. Pass intended for Shea Smith, a little bit behind her, and she throws it away. A turnover. That's just the second turnover for Science Hill. Only 3 turnovers combined in the quarter. That's both teams taking care of the basketball pretty well.
Yeah, show why they're both 37-0 coming in. They take care of the ball. It's very fundamentally sound.
Final 30 seconds here of this first quarter. 13-8 is your score. Gray, top of the circle, dribbles in, stop, pull-up shot, up off the backboard, no good. Charter the defensive rebound. Here she comes in a hurry, drives in the lane, scoops, can't and get it up. It was stripped from behind, out of bounds, stays with Science Hill. Under 10 now to play. Here in the first quarter, 13-8, still your score. Science Hill to throw it in. Underneath their own basket comes in Gregory, deep left wing to Copney at 5. 3 on the way, way off the mark. Cooper comes up with a rebound. The heave, no, a little short. At the end of the first quarter, both teams playing some pretty good basketball, both well over 40%. As we head to the break, 13-8, Clarksville on top on the TSSAA Radio Network.
Hey, want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
End of one now. Science Hill ball to start the second quarter. 13-8. Clarksville is on top. Tiana Charter has it for Science Hill on the right wing against this 2-3 zone now for Clarksville. Left side with the bounce. This is Reed. Reed to Charter back into the corner. 3 by Knack. Yes! It's a 2-point game, Ross. 13-11 now.
Clarksville had the early advantage, Chris, but Science Hill not going away.
Across the time stripe, this is Gray, right side, Cooper, pull up, NBA 3, in and out, no good. Rebound is by Copney, and Science Hill in a hurry down the center of the floor. She goes, left side, Charter, corner, Knack 3, no good, off back iron. Copney runs down the offensive board, though. Charter, free throw line, back to Knack, high throw, hits the referee over there in front of the bench for Clarksville, and that's only the second turnover, rather the third turnover for Science Hill. Only 1 turnover in the game for Clarksville, the 6th-ranked team in the country. Now across comes Gray. Gray gives now to Nicholson. Ward down low for Graves. Goes to work down there. Drives the baseline. Undershot, up and good. That was a double pump shot. She drew some contact. No foul call. And Graves with the bucket. She's got 6 of her team's 15 points right now.
Well, great body control there from Graves.
Angelica Reed dribbling in. Stops. Hands off underneath for Lyon. Here's Copney. Into the corner. Reed. Reed steps in. Bounce pass kick by Bashara Graves. Reset the shot clock, right?
You think that ever come to high school, by the way?
No. Dan and I talked about that in the first broadcast today. It has to be done from the National Federation, and Bernard told us that it's not going to happen. Here's baseline with the basketball. Charter, Reed, good dump off, but also a better defensive play there by Nicholson to knock it away, but last touch by Lyon. And so it'll belong to Clarksville. 4 turnovers now for Science Hill. 15-11 is your score. 6:15 to play in the first half. 15-11, a 4-point lead for Clarksville. Into front court. Here is Gray. Gray bounce pass over there to Cooper. Back to get it in the corner is Gray. Dribbles out front. They set some screens. Backing it out. This again is Gray, and they'll set a play here. Gives to Nicholson. Hands off back for Cooper. Cooper left wing. Cooper lob inside. Good pickup by Gray. Steps in. Duck under shot. No good. Off the foot of Nicholson of Clarksville, out of bounds. They'll go back the way of Science Hill. Clarksville by 4. Charter at the top of the key. Charter gives to Angelica Reed. Drives in, traveled, and turns it over. That's 5 turnovers. Kind of a turnover frenzy here the last few minutes for Science Hill.
We were bragging on them early, and now they're starting to make the miscues. 5.5 minute mark. Clarksville with the ball in a 4-point lead.
5:25 to play, second quarter. 15-11 is your score. Gray drives in, pull-up 10-foot jumper on the way is an air ball out of bounds off of, oh wow. They're saying last touch by Science Hill, and Clarksville will keep it. Woo.
Not much to the liking of the Science Hill head coach over there.
I can agree with him. Here's Cooper. Lob. Good lob down low for Graves. Layup. No good, but she's fouled. Heading to the free throw line is Bashara Graves. Miss Basketball finalist. Tell you what, has there been a couple of Miss Basketball finalists? The quality of Graves and Shakobia Barbie.
That should be an interesting call tomorrow after the 3A Girls Championship.
Free throw on the way is good. She'll have another.
And perhaps you see the 2 Miss Basketball finalists playing tomorrow afternoon.
Very well could. Science Hill obviously would like to put a wrench in those plans.
Keisha Gregory checks in for Science Hill.
16-11. Second free throw off the mark. Good defensive rebound there by Copney underneath. She'll bring it down. Very versatile is Shy Copney. Gregory into the corner. Passes up the 3 for Knack. Her 3 is good. It's 16-14. Back to a 2-point game. Just over 3 minutes into this second quarter. 16-14. Clarksville by 2. Both these teams 37-0 coming in. Gray dribbles over to the right elbow. Lob pass down low. Nicholson, her shot too short. Rebound on the floor picked up by Clarksville. Now it's tied up and a jump ball called. Possession, Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, that time Clarksville's Nicholson, Chris, kind of short-armed that shot attempt over on the right side of the lane. And substitutes coming in. She'll come out along with Cooper. And we'll get 2 more on the floor for Clarksville.
Ozar checks back in.
Ward with it now.
Lob down low. Graves. Ward had it. Knocked away as she throws it back down inside for Graves. Here comes Copney. Down the center of the floor. Pull up 3 on the way. Swish!
She can play, man.
17-16. Science Hill in front for the first time. Midway through this second quarter, 17-16. Lob, free throw line for Graves. Graves drives in. Good drive. Up off the window and in.
Man.
She's got 9 points now. 9 of her team's 18. Half the points. 18-17. Here comes the seesaw battle. Here's Gregory. Open for 3. She'll take it off the heel. No good. Rebound is by Science Hill. Into the corner again. Another trigger 3 by Gregory. This time It's good. How about that? Now it's 20-18, a 2-point edge for Science Hill.
Let's see if Clarksville starts to get a little tight here.
Lady Hilltoppers by a deuce. Crosses Gray. Gray over there on the right side. Lob to the free throw line for Grays. Free throw line extended on the right side. Gives down low. Out front. Ball knocked away and stolen. Dribbling down Tarter, and she's fouled. As it was Rozier who turned it over. And probably a smart foul there, honestly, because she was headed right for the ball.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not a bad foul at all, Chris. They had an easy 2 at the other end. And substitutes back in for both sides. Cooper back in for Clarksville. Science Hill has Smith back in. I believe we got a timeout coming up.
All right, Clarksville going to take a full timeout. Science Hill 20, Clarksville 18. 3:15 to play in the first half. We'll take the timeout on the TSSAA Radio Network. Gregory to throw it in right in front of us here courtside. Comes into Tiana Tarter for Science Hill. Science Hill by 2, 20-18. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Tarter in the corner. He goes to Shea Smith. Shea Smith left wide open if she wanted to dig a 3. She's not. Goes to Nat on the right wing. Right wing, she looks for help. Out front back to Tarter. Under 3 now to play here in the second quarter. Out front, Tarter had a 3, didn't take it though as she dribbles to the free throw line extended. Lost the handle, it's stolen. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Gray drives in, lefty scoop shot blocked from behind by Smith. But she also got part of the arm as well, and free throws coming for Gray. Aisha Gray, a 66% free throw shooter. Not many free throws shot in this game, combined just 4. Here in the first half, Science Hill is 0 for 2. Clarksville is 1 for 2. Free throw good. So now Clarksville 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. One more coming. Isaac shot it. Got it.
Shooter's touch, no doubt. Tied at 20. With 2:40 left before the halftime break.
20-20 vision here at Murphy Center. We're all tied up. Tarter drives in. Nice finish with the right hand. Got the scoop and score off the window.
That time Clarksville never stopped the ball, Chris.
Tarter is good at the penetration. He can drive the lane. Right side, backing it up is Gray. Gray between the circles. Lob inside for Graves. Graves hesitates. Underneath, shot is knocked away. And head to the free throw line will be Bashara Graves here. I don't know if she was intending to pass that ball, but she was trapped. It was stripped away from her.
Yeah, she was trying to go hard baseline there, Chris. Came with a split. Whether passing or shooting or not, she'll get 2 shots out of it.
Well, 2 free throws for Graves. First one splash.
You've seen her for a couple of days now, Chris, up here. Are there any holes in her game?
74% free throw shooter coming into the state tournament was Graves. 1-point game, 22-21. 14 fouls, as you see, for Science Hill. 2 against Clarksville. Second free throw, splash again. We're tied again at 22. Tarter is near side. This is Angelica Reed. Reed looking to the near side to 22, Gregory. Gregory up towards the right wing. Now top of the circle it goes. Driving in Tarter. She had an open lane again. This time the left-handed scoop shot up and in. And Tiana Tarter right now with 6 points, and she's had all of those points here rather fast in the second quarter. 24-22. Gray into front court. 90 seconds to play in this second quarter. Lob down low. Graves. Layup no good. Got her on miss. Goes back up strong. Up and in. In Memphis, we call those Z-bounds.
Yeah, she combines strength with agility, no doubt.
Zach Randolph, those offensive rebounds off his own miss and putback. She got her own miss that time. Puts it up and in. Tied at 24. Copley looks down low. Lob pass to nobody. Picked up to Cooper. And Cooper will bring it down as she hands now to Gray. Gray, top of the circle, free throw line. Dips in, now into the corner. Three on the way. In and out. No good. Shot put back by Nicholson. It won't go. Underneath, they battle for it. Line came away, and I think she was fouled from behind. Under a minute now to play here in the first half. 52.7 to be exact.
They're going to whistle that one, Chris, on Nicholson, I believe. Yeah. It's only the third team foul on Clarksville. We're 52 seconds away from halftime. 7 combined fouls.
And a quick moving first half of basketball. Tarter comes over towards the near side. Now front Knack, now left side. Copley hands off between the circles to Reed. Has a driving lane. Bounce pass in the corner. Knack for three. Yes! Largest lead for Science Hill, 27-24. How about this? Across the line, Gray. Gives left side to Cooper. Cooper to the free throw line. Back outside, Gray. Clock under 20 now. Here's Graves on the left elbow. Dribbles in with the left hand. Scoops under. Lost the handle. To the floor they go. Ball still on the floor. Knack comes away. Under 10. Now under 5. Knack. Lob down low. Lyon at the buzzer. No! And that'll do it for the first half. And the momentum has to be on the side of Science Hill so far in this ballgame, or at least here in the last few minutes of that second quarter. They pretty much took over the ballgame. We'll take the timeout. 2 minutes for our network. We'll take it. Kim Von Atta will join Russ Barker when we come back on the TW.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
As Science Hill in a battle of unbeatens, leading Clarksville 27-24 at the intermission. As we're joined now by Kim Van Atta, who works for the Governor's Highway Safety Office in their Booze It and Lose It Click It or Ticket campaign. We just heard that ad, and talk about the marketing that you folks do. By the way, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
All right, how are you?
Fantastic.
Talk about the not how you attack, but how you addressed the marketing aspects of your latest campaign from the Governor's Highway Safety Office.
Actually, I would love to take credit for it myself, but we have a marketing firm out of Knoxville. We tell them what the emphasis is, and they take care of our marketing, our commercials.
So you come out with a plan. Okay, here's what we want. Go make it work. Here's the ingredients. Cook the meal, basically.
Who cooks the meal? Actually, like I said, we tell them what we want, and then they give us their proposal, and we approve it or disapprove it and send it back.
Okay, we've seen not only yourself, but Kendall Poole up here this week. You guys, do you see each other a lot during the week? I know you're on the road a lot. He may be in one place, you may be in another. I know the communications with all the technology we've got, you probably still talk to each other on a daily basis.
We talk to each other often, but right now in the office is a time for travel, so most of us are on the road all the time, and we do communicate via cell phone. However, not in the car. We're not texting while we're driving, and we're not getting on the internet when we're driving. We're waiting until we get into a safe place.
We talked about your partnership with the TSSAA, but also a great partnership you have with law enforcement across the state of Tennessee as well.
Absolutely. If we don't have law enforcement involved, we're kind of cutting ourselves in the throat, because they're the ones that enforce these laws that have been set. I mean, we finally have a primary seatbelt law. We finally have an anti-texting law. But if they're not visible and they're not giving those citations, then we're kind of shot in the foot.
How influential has your office been to the legislation to pass these, like, for example, texting while driving now?
Well, we're keeping the stats. Department of Safety keeps the stats. And so we know how many crashes that are happening because of texting, how many crashes are happening because of alcohol related, how many because of seatbelt, because of the ejections. So all you have to do is take that to the legislature and the congressman, and they vote on it.
Do you get a chance to do one-on-one with some of the folks here at the high schools while you folks are up here for the state tournaments? You know, for girls or boys, you know, whether it be an administrator or just anybody.
I talk about booze it, lose it, cook it, or ticket with everybody that I see. So I'm with the high school coaches and the high school players and talking about it all the time. And then we have these booze it and lose it signs, click it or ticket signs. People have approached me, coaches, about how they can get Stephen Bargatze, who is our world-class magician who works with TSSAA, and he goes statewide to the schools. I've had people ask me how they can get these banners, and all they have to do is call the Governor's Highway Safety Office, and we can hook them up with that.
I'm pretty sure he is in high demand, Mr. Bargatze.
Bargatze.
Yeah, him too. I'm sorry.
Barkowski may be too. I just don't know him.
Wasn't he a football player in the NFL?
He may have been.
That's where he may be coming from. He may be in high demand too.
He probably is. Stephen more so than whoever we said, Barkowski. But anyway, he is in Pigeon Forge today actually doing a presentation at a high school. So he is actually he's booked solid all throughout the year because he is that good. I get emails and phone calls from all the high schools around that have had him in their schools talking about how great he does.
For more information about the Booze It and Lose It, Click It or Ticket campaign, if I could talk.
That would be nice. Go ahead.
Where do they need to go?
They need to go.
I've already messed up this interview. You don't need to join me as well.
They need to go to the website, Governor's Highway Safety Office. It's the Tennessee website, and there's a link. Or they can call our office at 253-5519, but I'm sure nobody has a pen writing that down, so the link on the website is much better.
I promise you it's just water in this bottle.
There better be, because they're not boozing and losing it.
Yes, ma'am. Great point. Kim Van Atta with the Governor's Highway Safety Office. We can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Halftime in our ladies AAA semifinal, 27-24, Science Hill leading Clarksville at the half. We'll give you a 1-minute local break coming up. That's 1 minute as we continue from the Murphy Center on the TSSAA network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcvst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, Or we'll choose one for you.
Back at the Murphy Center, 27-24. Science Hill leading Clarksville at the half as Science Hill 11 of 20 from the floor in that first half, 55%. 5 of 15, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. And the rebounds were even at 12 apiece. Clarksville, 9 of 22 from the floor at 40%, 1 of 6 from behind the three-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line for Clarksville. And in the turnover department, 7 for Science Hill and 4 for Clarksville. Individual scoring, 13 for Graves to lead Clarksville in that first half to go along with 3 rebounds. Top point producer, 3 threes for Morgan Knack, and she was on the attack with 9 in the first half. As we get set for this second half of action, this game could go either way, Chris Harris, with a 3-point lead right now for Science Hill. Even though both teams are 37-0, you would have the sense that Clarksville is the favorite in this game.
I went over there and asked Tom Krieger of the Murfreesboro Daily News Journal. He's the AAA expert with covering all the teams here in Rutherford County and around the state. He keeps a good pulse on. I said, so if Science Hill wins this game, how big of an upset? He said, well, they're both 37-0.
Exactly, yeah.
But he said it would be a mild upset. So Science Hill ball to start the second half, and right in front of us is Angelica Reed. She'll throw it in what has been a very nice game to this point. Winner gets Murfreesboro Riverdale in the state championship game tomorrow at 4 p.m. here at the Murphy Center. With the basketball, Tiana Charter dribbles over on the right wing, holds it above her head, out front, Lyon, now top of the key. Baseline feed goes to Knack, back to Lyon at the free throw line. Charter between the circles, works a dribble with the left hand, now the right, back out front. 3 on the way by Copney. Yes, she knocks it down. Science Hill now is 6 of 11 from behind the three-point line, and that's now 10 points for Copney.
I believe her second 3 on the day as well.
Driving in, this for Clarksville is Cooper on the drive, elevates and is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. So Cooper, who's heading to Florida to be a Lady Gator, 81% foul shooter, shoots a couple here. Free throw on the way is good. Got the shooter's roll. Foul on Copney, her second, team's first.
Have 3 ladies for Clarksville, Chris, that are teammates here, but after this weekend, as they get to their colleges in the fall, they're going to be bitter enemies, if you will, in the SEC.
Florida, LSU, or Florida, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. Lyon at the free throw line, holds the basketball, gives for Tarter. Tarter back to the top of the circle, gives right side. This is Reed, dribbles in, picks up the dribble, bounce pass outside to Tarter. Tarter looking down low, bounce pass knocked and stolen. With it, this is Gray in the front court. Dribbles free throw line around the screen. Now opposite Ward. Ward with an alley-oop. She caught it in the air and went up with it, missed it short. Probably should have come down with the basketball there. Here's Tarter, a 2-on-1 break, drives in, scoops, and scores with the left hand. 32-26, a 6-point lead, the largest for Science Hill.
She can play. That was her 8th point.
Here's Gray. Right side to Cooper. She'll drive. Now pulls it back out. Left side, this is Ward, the Mississippi State signee. For the free throw line, Nicholson spins in the lane, elevates, shot no good. Rebound underneath, and a putback is off the mark, but free throws coming now for the Miss Basketball finalist, Bashara Graves. 13 points in the first half for Bashara.
So a good look at her on our video stream feed at TSSAA Network. 3 of 4 from the line today.
Missed that one, you jinxed her.
Oh, my goodness.
74% foul shooter is Bashara Graves. 21 points, 12 rebounds a game.
Just reporting the facts. Just the facts, ma'am.
4 of 5 at the line, make it 5 of 6. Splash landing, splits the pair. It's 32-27. 5-point advantage. Almost 2 minutes into this third quarter. Tarter left, or rather right side for the Science Hill Lady Toppers. Driving in left side, lays it up and in.
Oh, great backcourt we're seeing, Chris, today from Science Hill and Tarter and now Reed.
That was Reed that time. Open lane on the near side. And now a 7-point advantage. Graves go to work down low in the lane. Shot blocked by Lyon. How about that? She gets it back, though. Skip pass, far side. Driving in Gray. Her shot deflected by Tarter. Again, a third chance here for Clarksville. It's Gray over to Cooper. Cooper drives in the paint. Floater up off the window. Off the mark. Will they get a fourth opportunity? No. Copley comes away. She almost threw it away. Off the hand of Graves. Out of bounds. It'll belong to Science Hill.
Not a great offensive set that time from Clarksville. Down 7, 5:20 left here in the third quarter of play.
34-27. 5:20 to play, third quarter. Reed, bounce pass down low. Coatney going to work. Lost the handle and a block call. Tried to drive the baseline. May have traveled there, but they called a foul instead on Nicholson. And on Nicholson, her second. That's the first of the second half. Tarter brings it into Lyon. Had an open look. Couldn't control the pass, though. Gives it out to Coatney. She rolls on the floor with it. No travel call. Nonetheless, Clarksville comes away. Here's Gray in the lane. Scoops, can't score. Rebound Graves. She's fouled. And she'll head to the free throw line.
Starting to assert herself a little bit, Chris. She's always tough around the glass. She'll have a couple more attempts coming up. And she just hit her 5th rebound as well.
On her way to another double-double is the Tennessee signee. Free throw on the way. Good. 34-28. Headed to play for Tennessee and hopefully for Pat Summitt, as Pat Summitt battling illness in Knoxville. And tell you what, I think everybody in the basketball world would like to see her get 100% healthy.
Yeah, your heart really goes out to her.
34-29, second free throw, good. 5-point lead. Coatney, a fadeaway three, not a good shot. Rebound, though, underneath. Shot up, good. Count it! And the foul for Reed. Back to a 7-point game. They can stretch it to 8, which would be the largest lead on a free throw here. Reed, only a 51% free throw shooter. Like a 100% free throw shooter that time.
Nothing but nylon.
37-29. 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Gray dribbles across. Graves comes to get it out between the circles to Ward. Ward in the lane. Had it tied up, but a jump ball call. It's a good call. Official from behind came and saw it. Good call there by the official. They usually list the officials. I don't see. Oh, there she is, Shane Wilson with the call. 37-29, 8-point advantage. Nicholson, right side for Ward. Gets a screen. Pull up three on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound, Nicholson. Her putback is good. It's 37-31. Here's Gregory into front court for Science Hill. Into the corner. That is Reed. Bounce pass down low. Knocked away. Reed comes back away with it. She goes down to the floor to get it in the lane. Out to Gregory. Gregory into the paint. Floater on the way. Too strong. Rebound Cooper. She's knocked to the floor and a foul called on Reed. not for the faint of heart in this ball game.
Can't fault either of these teams for lack of hustle at the moment, Chris. 6-point game, and Tarter will re-enter the game for Science Hill.
Third on Reed. 14 fouls against Science Hill. Between the circles, this is Gray. Picked up by Tarter. And a man defense here for Science Hill in the corner. Coopers thought about that three. Passed it up, though. Hands it off back for Gray. She'll dribble back up top and reset the offense here. Asks for a screen. Gets it left side. Open for three. Didn't take it. Dribbles in. Backs it back out for Graves. Ward left wing. Pull up three on the way. Back iron. No good. Rebound Gray. Underneath Nicholson. Her shot blocked. A jump ball. Lyon again with a block down low. And she gets possession for her team. She blocked Graves a few possessions back. Now gets a block of Nicholson.
Well, you have to be impressed with the play of Gabby contesting 2 shots now and getting her team the ball back.
There's Tarter, right wing. Stops on the right wing. Gives out top for Coatney. Back to the right baseline it goes. Dribbling it back up. This is Tarter. Picked up by Gray. They're battling down low. Screen set. Smith sets it for Tarter. Dribbles off of it. They switch. Good dump off underneath for Smith. Layup good. Nice two-man basketball or two-woman basketball between the two, Smith and Tarter. 39-31. Science Hill by 8. That's been their largest advantage. Baseline feed. Graves dribbles in. Underneath shot. Deflected, but a foul on Lyon. Again, Lyon altering a shot this time. Got caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, trying to get her third block here of the third quarter. And instead, the Miss Basketball finalist, Charlotte Graves, at the line 2 times.
16 points for she in the game. At the free throw line, Clarksville's 10 of 12. Graves makes that one. She's 6 of 7 and has 17 points now. 4 away from her average. Ward sits down. Checking in is Bell. One more for Graves. Nailed it. So it's a 6-point contest. Jaleesa Kennedy, the junior, checks in for Science Hill. None of the starters, in fact, really nobody that plays significant time for Science Hill is a senior. They start 3 juniors and a couple of sophomores.
I don't see a senior on the roster here.
And you're right. Top of the key, Tarter. Dribbles between the circles. On about a long 2. Passes it up for Kennedy. Into the corner, Gregory. Works the dribble back out front. Coatney gets a screen. Left side, they look down low. Smith going to work. Now Coatney, they kind of isolate her on the left wing. Backs her way into the free throw line out front. Back to Kennedy. 2 minutes to play, third quarter, 39-33. Pass up top, airmail, knocked away and stolen, but picked right back up by Tarter. Into front court. Free throw line, looks into the corner. 3 by Gregory on the way. Off front rim, no good. It caroms out of bounds. Nobody touched it. It'll belong to Clarksville. Minute 41 to play third quarter. 39-33 is your score. Gray brings the ball down. Into the front court. Bounce pass down low. Graves faces up. Dribbles in. Tried to dump it off. Probably should have shot that. That was a very tough pass. And Nicholson across the block. Maybe a little bit too unselfish there for the Miss Basketball finalists.
Yeah, sometimes you see one pass too many, and perhaps that was the case.
So Clarksville to trigger it in. Graves underneath the bucket. And only had 4 players on the court. Nicholson had sat down. She gets back up off the bench and heads back in. Entry pass to the post. Double team comes. Good give for Nicholson. That time she saw the double team. Graves dumps it off for Nicholson, and the layup is good.
Nice job of both players to recognize that, Chris. She cut to the basket, and Graves got her the ball.
And that's 4 points for she. Cooper gets a steal for Clarksville. Here they come the other way. On the left side, they'll back it back out. Graves back to Cooper. To the free throw line. Lob underneath for Gray. Trying to pass it across the block. Probably too close for that pass. Probably a bounce pass would have been better. And the ball out the hands of Graves, out of bounds, a turnover.
Yeah, tough to make that pass at that angle, and turnover for Clarksville.
Clarksville, that's only their 7th turnover of this contest. 39-35, Clarksville trails Science Hill by 4. Under a minute now to play. 50 seconds in the third quarter. Here's Tarter. Now between the circles. Gray comes out to Gardner as I would imagine Science Hill probably just wants to take one shot here. Controls the dribble on the right wing. Dribbles in the lane. Shot up too strong. Battle for the rebound. They go to the floor. Gregory ties it up down there. And a jump ball call will go the other way with it. So Clarksville gets it.
Well, football has been done for a while, Chris, but we had an old-fashioned takedown, block, tackle, and mixing it in there during that exchange.
Here's Gray, under 30 seconds now to play. Lobs down for Graves. They're going to double team her. Pull up, long 2 on the way. Missed it long. Ward put back. No, but she's fouled. And with 16 seconds remaining in the quarter, Ward goes to the line for the first time. Headed to Mississippi State is Jesse Ward, the 5'8" senior guard. Averages 14 points per game. It is a 68% foul shooter. There you see the fouls. Science Hill 16 fouls. Clarksville has 2 team fouls. First free throw well short. One more for Ward. 1 out of 2 splits the pair. It's a 3-point game. Final 15 seconds here of this third quarter. Tarter across the midcourt stripe. Dribbles right side at 10. Top of the key. Tarter still with the dribble at 5. Left wing. Stops. Looks out front. Kennedy for 3 at 2. Off the backboard. No good. And that'll do it for 3 quarters of play here from the Murphy Center. We'll take the timeout and come back. Fourth quarter comes your way next. Science Hill by 3. 39-36 on the TSSAA Radio Network.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
Science Hill by 3 as we start the second quarter. They played even in that third quarter, 12-12. Science Hill did outscore Clarksville 19-11 in the second quarter, and that's pretty much the difference. Here's Tarter for Science Hill as we start the fourth quarter. Gives for Angelica Reed, right wing, looking down low. Back out front goes to Tarter. Between the circles with that dribble. Here's for Copney. Copney off a screen, right baseline. Trap out front, back to Reed. Reed dribbles in, back out front. Copney drives the baseline, spins, and travels. Turnover for Science Hill is their 12th.
You got to applaud Clarksville right now, Chris. Down 9 in that third quarter. The battle back to cut it to 3 and a chance to cut it closer here, or they could tie it with a 3-point basket.
Ryan Clarksville down by 3 with the basketball here. Ward has it in the corner. Back top of the circle it goes. Now left wing. They've been a little bit conservative here in this quarter. Bounce pass down low. Graves lays it up off the window. Too hard. Got her own miss. Up and in. Another offensive rebound for Graves. Got her own miss. And it's again now a 1-point game. They fought their way back here. Tarter to Reed. Right between the circles. Starts the drive. Now backs it into the corner. Picks up the dribble in a precarious spot over there. Needs some help. And a 5-second call.
Now Science Hill starting to get a little rattled. See if Clarksville can continue to take advantage. Down one, and a chance to retake the lead with a basket here. 6:42 left in the game. This one's going down to the wire.
So Science Hill's lead is one. Clarksville can take the lead on this possession. Gray into front court. Picked up top of the key. Bounce pass knocked away. It's intended for Graves, and it's tied up. Tarter tied it up on the floor. Possession arrow favors Science Hill, or rather Clarksville. They'll keep it underneath their bucket. Oh, the Miss Basketball finalist Graves to trigger it in underneath the bucket. Lob out front. Nicholson hands off for the Florida signee Cooper for three. Too strong. Rebound. Skying for it. Copeney bodies fly. Gray comes away. Lob down for Nicholson. Too much mustard on it. Now Copeney is down. And boy, that was ugly when they got tied up there around the free throw line. And she's in some pain.
I think it's a knee, unfortunately, Chris. That's what they're looking at, the right knee.
Shai Copeney, an outstanding player. 10 points in this ball game. And the good folks from Baptist Sports Medicine on the scene very, very quickly to check on her. As Shai Copeney, you can tell, boy, you just hate to see that. A hustle play on her part, trying to get to that ball, and the body just kind of got tied up there.
Yeah, just a bang-bang play down there, and I don't know if it's the way she landed or if she bumped knees with someone, but looks to be the way she landed. We don't have the liberty of replay here on our video feed, but of course will tomorrow when the big TV folks come in. But, yeah, they're working on that knee, and the way they're working with it right now, Chris, it doesn't look like it's pure speculation here. It's not a ligament pop or anything, but the way they react, we've seen this game a long time broadcasting these high school games. Normally, when they react that way, it's some type of ligament damage.
TSSAA would like to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the Governor's Highway Safety Office, Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Rawlings, Baptist Sports Medicine, Huff and Puff Trucking, and Action Picks TN for their support of these TSSAA championships. Again, Blue Cross Blue Shield, the title sponsor of these state basketball championships. And coming your way a little bit later on, it'll be the single A state championships. And several new teams in that, but also a perennial favorite in Jackson County going to be playing a little bit later on.
Yeah, 4 o'clock Summertown, who got the 2-point win in overtime over Lake County, will do battle with Clay County, a 12-point winner over Cloudland yesterday. They'll play in the first semifinal at 4 o'clock. That'll be followed by Union City, who is a newcomer since 1925. Matter of fact, 22-10 mark. They've got the luxury of playing Jackson County, who is, as you say, Chris, a very familiar team here in the state tournament in their days in AA and now in playing in 1A. A 52-35 win over Loretto last evening. And they'll do battle with the Lady Tornadoes from Northwest Tennessee, 5:30, and that'll be our final semifinal here on Semifinal Friday. And we'll turn our sights toward the championships, which will begin at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Already know the AA pairings, which will be Christ Presbyterian Academy out of Nashville. They'll take on Obion County Central's Lady Rebels out of Troy and Northwest Tennessee for the AA Girls State Championship tomorrow beginning at 2 o'clock.
Well, he brought some sort of a device to keep her leg straight, not to bend it. Well, you hate to see it. Of course, 6:17 now to play in regulation. Science Hill by 1. And it looked like maybe her father or family member came onto the floor there to check on Shai. You know what? At halftime, I was talking to Kerry Mallard and Murphy Fair, and we were talking about this team being a very young team. And you know, if you could pick somebody on this team that probably will be back here next year, who would be the Miss Basketball finalist out of this group? I said Shai Copeney. She's been the most impressive so far. So hopefully this is just precautionary And she's going to be okay. She's an outstanding ball player for this Johnson City Science Hill Lady Hilltoppers team. Tell you what, Ross, you want to take a timeout here?
Absolutely.
Let's take a timeout. 1 minute for our local stations. We'll come back with more from the Murphy Center. 39-38 Science Hill on top on the TSSAA Radio Network.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
Back here at the Murphy Center, an injury timeout as Shai Copney of Science Hill has been injured, a right leg injury, and they have had to bring on a stretcher onto the floor to assist her. And obviously, everyone here with the TSSAA Network, our thoughts and prayers will be with her. Hopefully, she can bounce back. Outstanding young ball player for this team, and she'll get a great ovation from this crowd. Both Clarksville, Science Hill, and all the neutral onlookers here, even press row, clapping for Shai Copney. And obviously, you want the best for her as a basketball standpoint here. And you got 6:17 to play in a state semifinal, and it's more than just a game.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, no doubt, Chris. Basketball's secondary right now. It's the health and well-being of that young lady, and again, thoughts and prayers are with her. Her teammates having to watch all that. You can tell it rattled them a little bit. They'll have to regain their composure here, as you said. 6-17 and a 1-point game here for a right to play in the state championship tomorrow to the winner.
A couple of players for Science Hill with some tears in their eyes as they break the huddle, so we'll see how they respond here with one of their best players now injured and out of this ball game. Pass down low, knocked away, stolen by Bashara Graves of Clarksville. Across comes Gray, top of the circle. Lob goes down low for Bashara Graves. Looks down low, a wide open Nicholson lays it up and in, and Clarksville has come all the way back and now regains a lead, 40-39, and a timeout taken by Daryl Barnwell, the 7th-year head coach for Johnson City's Science Hill. And you can just tell this group, and rightly so. These are 15 to 8-year-olds. They're rattled. One of their best friends and teammates has been injured, and they're going to have to, for 5:50, I'm sure Coach Barnwell is telling them, you got to get your mind on the game, and because that's what Shai Copney would want. She wouldn't want them probably, thinking about her. They want them to win this ball game for her.
Absolutely.
That's what she would want.
Well, Clarksville had a great run going, Chris, when coming back before she got hurt. So you definitely needed a timeout there for many reasons.
Tarter drives the lane, scoops, and scores. There's that quick step for Tiana Tarter. And once again, Science Hill regains the lead, 41-40. Nicholson, top of the key. Over to Ward. Ward dribbles up top. Picks up the dribble now. Looks to Nicholson. Lob intended for Gray. She saves it, but saves it to Lyon and Science Hill. Here come the Lady Hilltoppers. Into front court. Into the corner. Reed gives for Tarter. Tarter back up top. Left side, Knack. Knack dribbles in. Picks up now. Looks down low. Bounce pass inside. Smith. Layup good. Great spin move.
Beautiful.
With the right drop step. cleared some space, and it's a 3-point Science Hill lead now, 43-40. That was a good timeout by Coach Barnwell.
Well, a couple of good sets, Chris, they ran out of that timeout as well.
Out front, Gray, bounce pass down low for Graves. Into the lane she goes. Boy, it was a tough shot, missed it, got her own miss, draws a foul. She
is so strong. Plays to contact, knowing contact's coming. The agility just continues to amaze inside. 4:42, a lot of basketball still left to play in this one.
At 6'2", that wingspan is about the wingspan of someone about 6'4".
Sure.
I mean, she is wiry, and she can slither in there, get those rebounds. Free throw, off front rim, no good. For Bashara Graves so far in this game, 20 points for Graves. Second free throw on the way from the Tennessee signee is good. And it's 43-41, Science Hill by 2. Into front court. On the left wing with the basketball is Tiana Tarter. Dribbles in the lane, tough shot, missed front iron, no good. And coming away with it here is Clarksville, a chance to tie or take the lead. Gray over to Cooper on the left side. Back out front to Gray between the circles. Bounce goes to the free throw line. Back to Cooper. Cooper step in. Long two. Had it partially blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Science Hill. Last touch by Bashara Graves. She couldn't handle the deflection there.
Yeah, someone got a hand on it from Science Hill, but as you said, Graves touched it last.
So top of the circle, Tiana Tarter. Science Hill by 2 in the ball. Backs it out left wing. Line at the free throw line. Back to Tarter between the circles. Left side holds a dribble. Now under the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Who will play Riverdale tomorrow at 4 in the AAA state championship. This is Smith, top of the key. They're in no hurry here. Hands off to Gregory. Gregory back to Tiana Tarter. Tarter just yo-yo dribbles out front. Steps into the lane now. Out front back to Knack. Knack drives in and she's fouled on a reach-in by Ward. And that'll be 3 on Ward. Team foul for Clarksville is their 3rd. Thank you, Ross, with the hand gestures there. 43-41. Underneath, a timeout having to be taken here by Science Hill. Another 30-second timeout. If you're watching online, you see the timeouts under each name of the team. You can see how many timeouts are left. 4 for Clarksville, 3 for Science Hill.
Now, that's neat. Extremely.
You don't have that on your WLJT broadcast?
No, we don't.
You will tomorrow, though, on WLJT.
Yes, we will. Public television stations throughout the state will be carrying the championship games, and we'll do the same next week when the guys come to town. It should be another exciting week, Chris, of basketball that we'll have for you here on the TSSAA network.
So again, Science Hill to throw it in. 3:29 to go in regulation. Comes into Smith. Getting it back is Tiana Tarter between the circles. Yo-yo dribble out front to the free throw line. Dribbles in, backs her way in. Out front, top of the key. Driving in Gregory now. Shot up off the window. Too strong. Rebound picked up. It's by Clarksville. Again, a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Hope that radio guy from Clarksville makes it through this entire game. He is fired up over there.
He's ready to play. Put me in, coach.
Here's Cooper, top of the key. Drives in, scoops, can't score. Rebound, Gassou. Graves, dump off Nicholson. Lays it up and in. Timeout called by Clarksville. It is a full timeout. We're all tied up, 43-43 with 2:49 remaining. 1 minute for our local stations on the TSSAA radio network. Out of the timeout, Science Hill will inbound it underneath Clarksville's goal. And bringing it down is Tarter. No backcourt pressure being assessed. Picking up at half court is Gray. Gray bounce pass, or rather Tarter bounce pass to Gregory. Right between the legs. In baseball, we call that a short hop. She couldn't handle it.
A little in between hop, wouldn't you say?
A little tricky hop. Couldn't handle it over there. That's turnover number 15 now for Science Hill. If Science Hill loses this game, they can look to turnovers as being maybe the reason why. Gray spins in the lane, elevates. Wow. You know the result, 45-43, a 2-point game.
That's clutch right there.
Gray's over 20. She has 23. Dribbling in. Tarter, nowhere to go. Gives for Knack. Awkward shot up off the rim. No good. Guess who with a rebound? Graves. Here's Cooper. Into front court. Cooper heading to Florida with the basketball. Between the circles. Now to Graves, the UT signee. Drives in. Draws contact. But before that, a travel. They've taken care of the ball fairly well. Just the 10th turnover in the entire game for Clarksville. Now in borderline. In the WNBA, that's not a walk. Tarter, bounce pass to Knack in the corner. Minute 40 to play. Science Hill with the ball down 2. A little floater in the lane. It's no good. That was forced. In fact, those last 2 shots have been somewhat forced by Knack. In between the circles with it is Gray, and no hurry now will be Clarksville. We'll see how they play out this final minute 22. Here's Graves. They isolate, spin, shot, back iron, no. Rebound Science Hill. Here's Tarter. Approaching the 1-minute mark. Drives in, draws contact from Gray, and that is her 4th. Her 14 fouls.
Next time I'll just open my mouth because we're not on the same page there. They still got fouls to give is what I'm saying for Clarksville.
Second personal foul against she. Here's Knack in the corner, works it back out front. Gregory. We're approaching the 1-minute mark in this ball game in the 4th quarter. Gregory drives in. Another tough shot is no good. Credit the D though by Clarksville. 45-43. They still, well, for Science Hill, they've already got them in the bonus, so this will be the 8th team foul, and Tarter commits the foul. That's her first, team's 8th, and sending Gray to the line now, a 66% foul shooter.
Yeah, head coach for Coach Barnwell told his guard Tarter to go out and foul her. He's going to make her earn them at the line right now. It's a 1-and-1 coming up for Clarksville's Gray.
Free throw, no good. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Down the floor, Tarter driving in the lane. Looks back out front. This is Gregory. Back to Tarter on the right side. Down low, Lyon knocked away from behind by Graves, but she reached in. That's the 2nd on Graves, 5th team foul. Well, actually the 6th team foul against Clarksville. And a timeout taken by Science Hill with 36 seconds to go. Science Hill ball down 2. And we come back. Back in a minute on the TSSAA Radio Network. Tossing it in, Science Hill, 36 seconds to play. Inbounds goes underneath. They were trying to hit Angelica Reed, knocked out there by Nicholson. So they'll try it again. Once again, throwing it in is Tiana Charter. They line up on the blocks, set some screens, comes into Knack out front. 3 on the way. Yes! 46-45, Science Hill. That's the way he drew it up. Timeout, Science Hill. 31 seconds, 5 seconds off the clock. Science Hill by 1. That was a nice play drawn up.
Absolutely, coming out of the timeout. The money shot and get the crooked number up there, a 1-point lead.
TSSAA would like to thank the following corporate sponsors: Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the Governor's Highway Safety Office, Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Rawlings, Baptist Sports Medicine, Huff and Puff Trucking, and Action Picks TN for their support of these TSSAA basketball championships. Also, if you are tweeting like Russ Barker is throughout this ball game, make sure you use the hashtag BCBBall, and you might see your tweet on the video board here at the Murphy Center.
My tweet's not receiving as many hits, though, as one Nelson Smotherman.
Nelson, it shocked me to find out that Nelson is on Twitter. Nelson Smotherman is on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen.
Typing away as we speak.
He is. This is going to be an outstanding finish. 46-45. Science Hill after the 3 by Knack, up by 1. With the basketball, Gray. 30 seconds to play in regulation. Gray between the circles, guarded by Charter out front. Dribbles right wing as we approach 20. Lob knocked away and stolen, and a foul on Graves as she sends Smith to the floor. Now that's only the 6th team foul, so they need 1 more to get to the bonus. The board was wrong before.
It's a state of confusion right now.
And so now it's the 6th team foul. They have to foul 1 more time. And a timeout called by Clarksville here with 17.8 seconds left in the ballgame. Are you on Facebook? Follow the Blue Cross Basketball Facebook page at facebook.com/BCBSTBball and stay updated on news and scores throughout the tournament. Well, Russ is on Facebook right now as well. So Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is committed to improving the health and well-being of Tennesseans at every stage of life. Athletic competitions like the Blue Cross Basketball Championships promote healthy and active lifestyles as well as teamwork and leadership development among Tennessee's young people. These values will help our youth build healthy and promising futures. Please join us in congratulating all, of course, these athletes on their accomplishments both on and off the court. All right. 46-45. Obviously, Clarksville has to foul here. For Science Hill, their best free throw shooter is Knack, 87%. Charter and Coatney are both 70% free throw shooters. Shea Smith is the worst free throw shooter at 38%. She's not in the game. Gregory is. She's a 73% free throw shooter. Here's Knack, and Knack is fouled. What I tell you, she's the best free throw shooter at 87%. They get her the ball, and she'll shoot 1 and 1.
That's the player you want up. 15 and a half seconds remaining. It's a 1-point lead for Science Hill. Not only looking to knock Clarksville from the ranks of the unbeaten with a win, but also advancing to tomorrow's state championship. That'll be at 4 o'clock in Class 3A. Riverdale will be the opponent of the winner.
Knack, her first free throws of the game, missed it. Rebound is by Reed of Science Hill. 12 seconds, a foul out front. And going to the line will be Tiana Charter, fouled by Gray with 11.1 seconds remaining.
You know, Chris, it just seems the last couple of possessions, Science Hill, deflections, loose balls, they've just had a slight step ahead of Clarksville right now.
Well, you see Clarksville student section, they are quite
pumped.
nervous.
They're pumped.
Trying to get in the head of Tarter. Free throw. No good. Rebound on the floor. Jump ball. Guess whose possession? Science Hill. Oh, wow.
8.8 seconds remaining.
So you've had back-to-back missed free throws on front ends of a 1-and-1. And now twice, Clarksville has not been able to come up with a rebound. That has to be driving Coach Rush crazy over there on the sideline. 8.8 seconds. Science Hill throws it in underneath their own bucket. And a foul before the inbound. And Knack will go to the line, I think she was fouled by 12. Ward. 9 team fouls, so 1-and-1 one more time. And now 0 for 1 at the line. Knack. 87% shooter. Free throw, good. 47-45. Science Hill by 2. Timeout called by Clarksville. It is a full timeout. 8.8 seconds remaining. Now, Russ, that's plenty of time to get the ball down the floor and get a good-looking shot. Now, she makes the free throw. We'll have to have the 3, but you want Bashara Graves to touch the basketball.
Oh, absolutely. You have to set 3. And, of course, here's the age-old question. You recall this from your following the Memphis Tigers in their national championship game a couple of years ago. Up 3. You'll have the team in a 1-and-1 situation for Science Hill. If you do foul, do you go ahead and foul? Put them on the line. Up 3.
That's a great question as well. Only if Calipari would have fouled Mario Chalmers before he made that 3.
What might have been.
So at the line, Knack shooting one more free throw here. 8.8 seconds on the clock. Science Hill by 2. Both these teams are 37-0. State semifinals, free throw good. And the final timeout taken by Science Hill. And head coach Daryl Barnwell. Both these coaches, veteran coaches. Barnwell in his 7th season. Coach Brian Rush in his 17th season for Clarksville. Neither one of these teams have been to a state championship game, much less won one. And man, I tell you, this trying to make some history. Of course, Riverdale won a few years ago. Won in 2007 and 2010. They've been to now 3 straight championship games. AAA will be a lot of fun. Clarksville rated as the number 6 team in the national ESPN poll. Science Hill number 17 in that national poll. For what it's worth, but I mean, just tells you how good this AAA field is this year. Riverdale, the number 5 team in the nation, awaiting the winner of this one with 8.8 seconds remaining. Science Hill by 3.
And once again, the Science Hill head coach telling his team, first they're going to put some ball pressure, I would assume. Not going to give Clarksville an open look should they cross midcourt. They need a 3 to tie.
Throwing it in will be Cooper, the Florida signee. They have to come to length. Comes in to Graves. Lost the handle. Picked up by Tarter and a foul. Oh, my. And so Graves lost the handle, and she can't believe it. And Tarter to the line to put this game away with 5 seconds to play. Tiana Tarter at the line, a 70% free throw shooter. She's had a heck of a ball game. 10 points, but she's done a lot of things with the basketball. Free throw, no good.
Double bonus comes into play here.
Yep, that was the 10th, so 2 free throws. And the last timeout taken by Clarksville.
Okay, we've talked about Graves, Miss Basketball finalist Chris. 23 points, you can't take nothing away from her. But do you want her to handle the ball at that point against the press?
That's tough. And that at that spot in the floor, you got a good point. Tiana Tarter at the line. She is 0 for 4. 0 for 4 in the ball game at the line. But 10 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, and she's played every single moment of this ball game.
Yep, 5 seconds remain. And again, this free throw goes down. This one's over for all practical purposes. Not much you can do in 5 seconds down 4.
Unless you get fouled on a 3 attempt, but
unless the other team makes a boneheaded play, that's right.
Science Hill, I'm sure he says, do not foul. And I think I just read his lips and he said that. Free throw, good. Science Hill may have just punched their ticket to the title game. Here comes Gray. Gray ahead. Ball still on the floor. 2 seconds, still on the floor. Not even a shot going to get off. And Science Hill knocks off Clarksville. Science Hill improving to 38-0 on the season. Clarksville finishes the season at 37-1. What a AAA bracket this is here in Murfreesboro, as Science Hill, with the loss of Shai Copley, and we send our thoughts and prayers with her as she was taken out the court on a stretcher earlier. They won that for Shai, no doubt about it. And Science Hill to the state championship for the first time in school history. That was a fun one, Russ.
Absolutely. A tough one to lose for either of those teams, but Science Hill made the plays down the stretch to prevail and win it 49-45 over Clarksville.
So they move on to take on Murfreesboro Riverdale for the 3A state title. We're done with AA and AAA. We'll have the single A semifinals coming your way next. But we'll take a timeout first, come back with some post-game stats and a wrap after this 2-minute timeout on the TSSAA Radio Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012